Hello everyone! Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Cassandra and this is Ella Plans. I wanted to share today my currently inked fountain pens. So I have two notebooks here in front of me. I have my Sumkeen Paris standard size notebook, and then I also have my Wonderland 222 daily notebook. I'm not 100% sure on what paper is in here. However, this does Cow's Tomoe River paper. So I thought I'd do some swatches because I did not in my last one. So quickly here, I wanted to just kind of share what I have had inked. You know, I've kind of been playing around a little bit with what inks I prefer and what pen. Specifically, I just received the Diamine Writer's Blood ink, which I am obsessed with. However, it is a very wet ink, and I am a Noodlers fan, and Noodlers inks are notoriously wet ink, so I was quite shocked when I used the Diamine Writer's Blood. So I originally had tried it in my TWSBI Eco white and rose gold. I then also switched it out to the smoke and rose gold I own with a medium nib, and I wasn't pleased with how it wrote in either of those. So as I was browsing the Goulet website, I found this Pilot Custom 74 in their, oh shoot, what's it called? It's like it's not a refurbished pen, but I did get a bit of a discount on it. I'll have it linked below for you guys. So we'll go ahead with some swatches. So this is a new pen for me. This is a Pilot Custom 74. This has a 14 karat gold nib, and it is in the extra fine. This pen does post, but I don't post my fountain pens. I find it a little awkward. So I have this inked with the Diamine Writer's Blood. So I'll just do a quick little pen test. All right, so I love the color of this ink. One of my favorite inks is the Noodlers Red Black, and I find this to have just the slightest more purple undertone to it. I love it so much. What I am finding a little difficult with this pen though is writing on my Stalogy paper. I love feedback. I love hearing like the noise that a fountain pen makes, which is why I've been using them so like religiously for the past few months. And I love my Pilot Vanishing Point with the fine nib, and I needed the extra fine for some of these super wet inks that I own, but I'm finding that the extra fine in the Pilot nibs, it's a little iffy on Stalogy paper. Like it's not, I almost want to say it's scratchy. Okay, obviously I don't have adjectives for this. I'm gonna stop, but I love this pen on Tomoe River paper. I love it so much. So I wish I loved it a little bit more on my Stalogy paper since that's what I'm using every day. But I'm finding it super fun to write with and no regrets. So this is my Ride or Die, my Pilot Vanishing Point in the black matte. I have a fine nib on this, and I believe this is an 18 karat gold nib. right, so this is my absolute favorite combination. Noodlers Black and my Pilot Vanishing Point. This is what I use every single day on my Stylogy. So again, here I'm using Tumo River paper, but I love this combination in my Stylogy. It's not a fast dryer. However, I've found, you know, using a blotting paper, I'm perfectly happy with it every day. So this is a combination that I don't think I'm going to keep for very long. I'm actually really tempted to re-ink this with Noodlers Red Black, but I just inked this up and I don't want to toss the ink. So this is a TWSBI Eco with a fine nib, and I currently have this inked with Noodlers Lexington Gray. And I love the shading of this ink, so you can kind of hopefully see on the video like the ink pools a bit. It's so pretty. However, I'm not a big fan of this. And I don't know if it's the ink or if it's just, you know, I haven't found that perfect pen combination. I think the ink would be too light and an extra fine. However, on, again, Stylogy paper, which I'm not testing this with right now, this ink feathers, and it's not terrible. I don't mind it that much, but I mind it enough that I haven't reached for this pen at all. Thankfully, this is like my throw around pen. Can you tell? All right, so this is my Caveco Sport. Not 100% sure what the pronunciation is. My apologies. I have this in a medium. This is a fountain pen that I'll definitely toss around in my bag. I also found a lovely combination for this pen that I love so much. So this is again, Caveco Sport with a medium nib, and I currently have this inked with Noodlers Nightshade. And I've tried Noodlers Nightshade in my TWSBI Diamine 580 in a medium nib, and it did not work out. I also have tried it in my TWSBI Eco with a fine nib and was better, but this ink and this Caveco Sport is one of my favorites. So here's this. All right, I'm a little worried I misspoke and I said the wrong ink name when I was talking previously. Sorry for the puppy noises. They're in my office. Imagine that. But so this is Noodlers Nightshade, and I am obsessed with it in the Caveco Sport. One of my absolute favorite ink colors. Obviously, as you can tell, I have a favorite like ink shade. Black, gray, or some form of like a reddish purple. So that's what I'm currently carrying around and have inked. Again, this was done on Tumo River paper. Let me share. So here is also kind of my test page on this Stylogy paper. I don't think you'll be able to see the feathering on the Noodlers Lexington Gray. However, you know, all of these inks do fairly well. There's just like a touch of bleed through on these bottom pen tests in the Diamine Writer's Blood, but again, this is in that new Pilot Custom 74. And if you can see, it might just be my writing, but it's almost like on the downstrokes, the ink pools a touch. So I'm gonna write with it currently because I'm doing like little tiny bits of journaling with this per my friend Shayna over at the Foxycorns recommendation. And I'm liking it, but I prefer it actually when I'm writing in cursive. However, as you can see, my cursive isn't the prettiest thing in the world. So yeah, so there's also my currently inked pens, but on the Stalogy paper. And then there it is on the Tomoe River paper. So I'll name these off one more time. I have the Pilot Custom 74 and an extra fine, the Pilot Vanishing Point in a fine, TWSBI Eco in a fine nib, and then the Caveco Sport in the medium nib. And then here are the inks. My Noodlers Black, Nightshade, and Lexington Gray. And then the newest ink that I own, Diamine Writer's Blood. All right, thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying the fountain pen stuff. It's still very new to me, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'll see you next time.